If they study more, and every 5 years the paycheck gets up. You have a professor that gets 21K a month. My. Okay, so I'm gonna quit streaming and I'm going to become a rocket scientist in Brazil. Should be super easy, right? That woman did not like you. She put a lot of hard stuff on you. She actually liked me a lot, and that was the problem. Like, she loved me. I was thinking of going into, like, electrical engineering at the time. And so she's like, you're gonna need to know a lot of math. And, like, I went to a private college, and so there were... The teachers I had PhDs in their field. And so she was a brilliant mathematician, and she taught, like, all my classes. And she's like, I'm just gonna put you in whatever class I'm teaching. And I'm like, okay. But then I got to meet, like, students who were actual, like, PhD in math quality students. And I was like, man, I don't think like you do, and I don't have the same level of passion. This is just not gonna work out. Oh, I need to go back to my fridge. I still don't know where I'm gonna find a Wagyu steak. I'm upset. Like, all that research to get a legendary recipe I can't even use. What will I do next? So the next skill we're going to get would be the motivator. Staff energy depletes 50% slower. Boost from tea and coffee have 2% effectiveness. That was a recommendation I got a while ago. And like, we've been working towards that ever since. But it's been nearly impossible to get my social skill up there. Possibly because I'm a robot. What do I want? I want Wagyu beef. How do I get... Is there like some kind of magical... Give me special ingredients? See, work speed for restaurant staff, and a lot of these things just seem better off. Gourmet gastronomy. What if I did this? With molecular gastronomy, mixology, and seafood. Or maybe I get Wagyu beef from these guys? I like the increased revenue. That sounds great. There's gotta be like a trick to this, right? Like, where is my legendary gear coming from? Or legendary ingredients? I can get gifts from my friends. I've got a friend now. Chance to discover new recipes when the player is cooking during restaurant service. Discovered recipes must have at least one common ingredient as the dish cooked by the player. More dishes the player has cooked, the higher the chance of discovering the recipe. That sounds fun. I have enjoyed just getting tons of recipes. But second research facility with molecular gastronomy, mixology, and seafood. Oh, okay, I get it. So, like, yeah, I can make a drink one or a sushi one, or I have no idea what molecular gastronomy would be. Is that dessert? No, that would be the baking research facility. What am I doing? Oh, right. I'm picking up my ingredients? Let's see. You don't pay 1 cent for your degree? Love the federal stuff? Like, yeah. I mean, if government gonna do spend money, you get that government money. Like, I do financial software engineering, and I deal with government funds a lot. And like, it's the one thing that doesn't feel bad about my job. Like, I am taking money from poor people and giving it directly to the rich, but I'm also taking a decent chunk of money from the government instead of like money directly from the poor. It's a complicated relationship, but like it's the one thing that feels good. Like, I can say, like, I got this much money from the government, so that doesn't have to come from you. It's about the nicest thing I can say about the horrible job I do. And it's not a horrible job. It's just like very basic corpo, incredibly dull stuff. And how much is going to wars? This money is not going to wars. I don't think I can say more than that without giving away too much about like what it is specifically I do. Like, I am trying to be somewhat anonymous out here. Let's see, I can get the crab and the wheat out of here, and the rice. I should put raspberries on more stuff. Let's get the eggs out. Get the stock in. Get the tea leaves out. Honey in. That's weird. We gotta run out of beverages. I don't think I've got anything with vodka. And so, cocoa beans? I've done a lot of weird recipe stuff. I don't know what's going on anymore. How much to use research facility? I don't know. Like, a bunch. We're just not even going to worry about it. We're going to make stuffed butternut squash and smoked salmon costinis, asparagus. I've got lots of cheese, apparently. We'll make some vegetable soup in this, whatever it is. Okay, and why can't I make pizza? I don't have enough wild carrots. I used them all. But I've got bacon wrapped elk chops +2. And those are a set of words. We'll make some pheasant tacos and pheasant burgers and elk steak and spaghetti with meatballs. We'll come back once we have wild carrots for this guy. I've got 0 desserts I can make. Classic. And I'm just going to make this one drink because I don't want to use my rum. I need whiskey and sugar. I need whiskey, sugar, and wild carrots. And I think I spend the rest of the day trying to get those things. That is a good job. I should be proud of myself. I mean, it's mostly that I'm incredibly bored. And my my employers being super greedy, like, will take any opportunity to, like, try to, like, decrease my pay or stunt my growth. It's just, like, as proud as I can be of the job I do, like, I'm just so tired of, like, my employer trying to screw me over at every opportunity. Like, they'll say things like, oh, instead of cost of living adjustments, we do cost of labor adjustments, which are less. Or they'll be like, oh, it was a bad year, so nobody's getting any raises. And you're just like, stop. Like, you still have to pay me. Most jobs are like this. It's just capitalism, right? But I don't have to put up with it. Like, it's gotten really bad in the US to the point where, like, streaming actually seems like a viable career. I think working for yourself in any capacity could theoretically just work out better now. Like, there's an economic theory that, like, employers pay you not to take, like, artistic jobs or something. I forget what it's called. I think it might be the opposite. I might have it backwards. Like, they pay artists not to take, like, more so that they don't take office jobs because, like, it's the smartest thing for them to do. But I think it goes both ways. Employers are the worst. Always thinking about money and not human beings, right? And I get tired of it. Like, it's just so one-dimensional thinking of, like, one metric. There's plenty of research out there that says things like you can increase your employees' productivity this much by paying them more. Or burnout is caused entirely by the workplace. Maybe stop that. You know, things like that. Just completely ignored. Because it just doesn't make sense. Why would you give money? Give money mean less money. Can't do that. That would make me feel bad. And they're just changing their cars after they say we don't have any money. Yeah. I mean, like, the thing is, like, I'm complaining. I'm still, like, a financial software developer, so I'm doing fine. Like, it's way above, like, the median income, but considering, like, the student loan debt I took on to get this far, like, it doesn't feel like I've made any progress. Orange sake, wow, right? Like, orange juice and sake, like, that sounds good. Sounds like a screwdriver, but with a little extra in it. Like the honey to make it sweeter. It actually sounds really good. What'd they call that? Did they just call it orange sake? Orange sake cocktail. Like, honey always sounds good in a beverage, but I never do it because it feels like work. You know what I mean? Like, if I put honey in tea, then I just realize that I have to clean honey when I do the dishes. And that's more effort than I set out to do. Alright, let's get these wild carrots. You calm down, piggy. You need to get these +2 pizzas. And there's something else I put asparagus on. Ooh, and seaweed was a big one. What was the other thing I needed? I got sugar. Gotten some good alcohols. I think we've got a good menu again. Oh, I did put chocolate and everything, didn't I? That's just classic me. Hey, you. Wait, I don't know why I'm talking to you. I've got the social levels I wanted. I have no interest in communicating with anybody further. Excuse me. Give me the seaweed. I'm gonna put it on pizza with some chocolate. The game gets dark. Like, difficult to see dark. Like, I don't like it when a game gets, like, pitch black. For one, it's terrible for stream. Like, you ever watch a person play Lethal Company without a flashlight? You get so fed up, you're just like, just stop. Like, I can't see anything, you can't see anything. Nobody here is having a good time. Alright, we go to bed, we wake up, we open the restaurant, we try to sell our incredibly overpriced meats with chocolate and seaweed. It's also almost winter. Maybe we just keep playing throughout all the way to winter. We say goodbye in the snow. I'm looking for a good point to, like, wrap up and feel like I've done everything. So we'll open the restaurant one time, we'll get some sulfur, do the last bath block, kick off like a little bathhouse party, and then come out and see, like, winter one last time. Would you put a pet in this game? I feel like a pet would fit in this game pretty nicely, yeah. Like, I kind of got a pet penguin over here in the corner. He's pretty cool. Got my pet fish. But yeah, what I need is like a little kitten pet. They could put like mice in this game, and like you'd have to have a cat to like deal with them. Like scare them off. I think that would be pretty cute. Alright. Make more flour. Is that really all the wild carrot I got? I can get the radish out of here. I've got lobster in there. I think I need to get honey out of there. Because I need to get sake in there. I'd like to get a red wine spritzer in there. I need to get the sugar and the whiskey in there. I need to get so many things in here. Get the whiskey in there. What if I got rid of mushrooms for sugar? And raspberries for red wine. I'm trying to make like my dream menu here. Because this might be the last time we ever open the restaurant. Let's see. What would happen in the winter? No animals? Like, that's what I hear. Like, when you start the game, it lets you choose your season. And a lot of people who chose winter said it's horrible. And so, maybe. Salmon roe. I think that's the only dish I have that has that. Okay. Here we go. We got our super pizza. We got our Sugarheart garni. We've got all these super expensive dishes. So elk rib, boar meat. I just can't cook anything else with boar meat and we should be good. So salmon and pheasant tacos. And you know what? Fried pheasant. Okay, now dessert-wise, we got the epic pancakes, chocolate trio, apple pie. Now drinks, there we've got the epic sunset cocktail. The red wine spritzer was always good. Don't want to waste the whiskey on you. So we get this and, you know, just a cup of coffee. This is the best menu I can get. Smoked salmon, crostinis, stuffed butternut squash. I'd order that. Like, oof. I mean, the bacon wrapped asparagus sounds good. But I would definitely go the butternut squash. The elk chop sounds really good. Like, the pheasant tacos sound really good to me. I think I'd go butternut squash, pheasant tacos. I'm going with the chocolate dessert. And for drinks, this was kind of what I used to drink back in the day. Take out the lemon juice and add beer. Like whiskey, rum, sugar, and beer. That's my old drink. Did I mention I was a severe alcoholic? I clearly had a problem. I was going for like volume there. You can buy cats at the Rose Hotel. Don't know how it works though? Okay, we'll try that tomorrow. We'll see if we can buy pets. And what will happen in winter? No animals? Maybe? You wonder what the pet system would do. Well, it's fine. We'll find out. I imagine they just move into my house and then I pet them. Is coffee effective on the staff? Maybe. Honestly, it just seems to keep them from falling asleep. It might have like a 10% movement buff, but it doesn't seem to be enough to see. Alright, we're going to run the restaurant to death. Like, if I die cooking these things, so be it. Not so be it. I need to close the restaurant and then die. My American sensibilities. I can't just leave them hanging. They're short-staffed. You're not allowed to die on the clock. It says so in the employee manual. If you die on the clock, they fine you for damaging corporate or company property. Looking at those bacon-wrapped elk steaks flying off the shelf. We're rich. Those guys are $1 million, right? I might be able to actually afford my own staff. We'll see if the research company was really worth it. Like, it was like the pro tip I got in my YouTube comments. They're like, do research. And I'm like, oh, okay. Had terrible luck trying to do the social thing.